Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
Whoa, we are live in the studio here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm excited and joined by some fresh faces. There's going to be some fresh debates tonight. That's right. I am your host, Ernest Silva. Excited to be with you guys today. Again, you've seen Eric on the screen, but I'm going to go right to him. Eric, but welcome, Sports Scientist returning. Talk to the people. Where can they find your stuff and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Eric. Best way to find me is on Twitter at the moment. It's at EricDigital94, and I'll be more than happy to come to the show next week. Have more debates.
More and more debates. Here we come. And it is not going to be short of debates tonight. Joining the Sports Scientists are two very good people that I've gotten to know over the course of time. One being a very interesting fellow that we're going to interview first. That's right. I call him Zim. That's right. Zim Williams. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? I'm glad you had me on, bro. It's been a long time coming, bro. I'm glad we're here.
I didn't want to do too big of an intro because I'm about to dissect and go into your personal life in just a moment, but very excited to have somebody who plays the sport on the show, and I'm excited to talk about your career and what's going to happen next. The next guy on your screen, he comes from a very close-knit group called the Potter family, I like to call them, but that's right, a fellow podcast man himself, a guy who covers the news. That's right, TJ McKinley. What's going on, my man?
Hello, I'm sorry, I'm on college campus right now, but it's TJ McKinley. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. TJ Savage. I'm a sophomore at Mississippi State. So yeah, let's get it poppin'.
I'm excited. We're definitely going through some NFL news. I'm repping my H-Town Rockets. That's right. I got the New Jersey. If you can see that up there, that's right. I got the New Jersey. So I'm excited. I'm rocking that tonight as the Rockets take on the Mavericks. We'll do some live scoops into that, but today is all about Zim. Talk about Zim. We're gonna talk about those NFL headlines. I know you guys are itching to talk about cheetahs. You all know what I'm talking about. We're gonna get into that in just a bit. But first off and foremost, guys, don't be alarmed. Okay, don't be alarmed. That is just a glitch across your screen that we like. That's right. That is Glitch Energy, glitch with a Y. That's right. glitchenergy.com with a Y. Use code BCMG, get 25% off your order today. Glitch Energy, glitch with a Y. Go check it out. There's a glitch with an I. Don't get that mixed up. That code won't work. All right, guys. Last but not least, last plug, the ITL Hoopathon, where we sponsor seniors coming out of high school, will be in Cape Cod this year, August 6th. You might have saw it last year. We were able to donate $6,200 to different senior girls across the state of Texas that played for Triple Double Basketball Academy. This year, former G League MVP Courtney Sims will be also headlining this year in Cape Cod. So Triple Double and the Sims Academy working together August 6th, ITL. As you all know, this is powered by the mothership Blue Collar Media Group. You see that on my left side. That's right, Blue Collar Media Group. Shout out to them. All right, round one is going to start usually with news around the leagues, but we're going to go straight to Zim. Zim's on the hot seat today. So Zim, you got some of these questions up front. Some of them you didn't. But for the people in the back, right? For the people who are like, who is this guy? Like, why is he here? Tell us, who are you? And tell us your story a bit.
Well, man, listen, my name is Zim Williams. A lot of y'all know me by Zim. Now a lot of you will know me as Asiano Fresh. So that's kind of my little alter ego that I go by. But I've been playing this game for a long time, man. I've been having the ball in my hands since I was about 1 year old, and I've been playing organized ball since I was 7, bro. And I haven't really missed a season, being honest. I've played high school, college. I've played professionally. I've played pee-wee. I've played junior high. I've done it all. I've taken every route. I've taken every avenue that'll open up to me, man. So that way I can just get my name out there so I can be seen and be heard. And finally here, man, and I'm just glad that this is the opportunity. My latest thing that I've done was, being in the USFL draft, and I think that that's really helped me get a great push towards what my next step is. So I really want to thank you guys for bringing me in today, man. It's been really cool.
Absolutely, and I just want to get it out there because I'm biased completely. But who's your favorite NFL team? Let's just get it out there, right?
Man, listen, he gonna put me on the hot seat. Oh. Well, listen, born and raised, I'm from Arlington, Texas. I'm from the east side of Arlington, Texas. Born and raised, I'm a Cowboys fan. So It is what it is, man. Win, lose, or drop.
This is definitely Cowboys country, and you and I both know that we definitely lose, right? So we know that. Nobody needs to stress that on this show. Eric's smiling because he's like, yes, we get it. All right, Dallas.
Here you go. Look at him smiling. See?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm a Browns fan.
And we're definitely going to talk Browns today. I got some Deshaun Watson news. We're definitely going to talk about that.
You already know.
Hey, TJ, you better represent, bro.
That's right.
You know. Oh.
That Watson Cooper is going to be really nice for you guys. I'm really excited about that.
I don't like all the bandwagon fans we got now. I don't like that.
Kick them out. Out.
I'll be realistic, bro. With us losing Amari, I will say that he was a good addition to you guys. I will say that. Mm-hmm. That's the veteran in the locker room and on the field that you need, bro.
Yep. I'm interested to see what you guys do with Baker. We've talked about that for a couple of weeks. I'm not going to beat a dead horse with that. Zim, I took it away from you. I'm sorry, man. I just want to go through the NFL stuff, but I want to talk about you. Boss. Like you're so interesting. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't go look up your highlights and go see, your other interviews and see what people have already dabbled. So I want to do stuff you haven't talked about. So I have to ask you, and I didn't hear it. Okay, I heard about 4 interviews for you. To you, what is your biggest career highlight to date? Like, what do you feel is, hey, this was my aha moment, my clutch play on the field? For those who don't know, he plays defensive back and he's a kick returner, special teams returner. So what is that play that you were like, man, I'm special?
Well, okay, so there's been 2 or 3, to be honest, bro.
Okay, all right.
But if I had to break it down to one, it was when I was back in college. Coach Butler, that coached me, his name is Randy Butler. And he tells me to this day, I've never seen a play. I've never seen nobody make a play like that. So basically, we were in cover 2, and I was playing corner, and I had the number 1 receiver. Well, he went vertical. Okay. Well, we all know that in cover 2, if you're a corner, when your number 1 goes vertical, you have to stay with him. You got to run with him. So I just took off. I stayed on his hip. Well, I looked at the number 2. He was also going vertical. So I ended up basically getting into a position where I can split both of them. And then I made a play on the ball on the inside receiver. And that was honestly when I thought myself, I was like, okay, I don't know how I made that play. I went back and watched film and I was like, how did you even get there to that spot? Like, that's a play that's hard to make on Sundays. And he even said the same thing. And so that was like okay, I can do this at the next level. That was my aha moment. And then also I'd have to say maybe, honestly, a highlight that you've seen was doing kick return for the Waco Tornadoes. And the ball bounces and it goes straight up in the air. And I'm timing it. And I see the ball bounce. It comes up. I snatch it. As soon as I step down, I take 2 steps in one direction to set up the pathway that I want to go. And I wasn't for sure if this was going to be, okay, this is going to work. I just said, okay, listen, Zim, you're going to take 2 hard steps to the right, then you're going to plant and go straight up the field. And you're not going to stop. You're just going to run. Sure enough, I took 2 hard steps to the right. I planted, head straight up the field, and I broke everybody's angle that was breaking down, that was coming in, broke everybody's angle, broke right by everybody, ran in for 6, bro. And I was like, okay, this is something that I can do, bro. Like, it's not only the physical talent that I have now, but it's cerebral as well. So I can do it on both levels now. So that was kind of like another aha moment for myself. That, and when I get out there on the field and I'm calling out, okay, I see 2 receivers here, 2 receivers on this side. Okay, we got cover 2. No, they motion. Okay, let's stay with cover 2. Don't go cover 3. Number 3 has to come back to this backside so I can stay in cover 2. I can let my safety sit here, and my corner's going to stay down underneath and catch it. Like, it's just with me going through the protocol and the systems, bro, knowing what to do now, that's my aha moment.
See, that's what I love, the field general piece of you, right? The field general piece. You see it on the field if you watch your highlights. And for those who haven't, go to YouTube. Zim Williams is definitely where you can YouTube it and find a whole bunch. So I thought you were going to go with the pick 6. You reminded me a lot of Cheetah when you caught that and you took off, right? I was like, oh man, God, my man just took off like a bat out of hell. It's gone. He was gone.
It's like, when I went up the wall, yeah.
I was like, this was like, ooh, just
I got-
watching. I was like, ooh, I had to watch it again. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say that. It's very interesting. I was watching some of your highlight packages. I absolutely love your IQ on the field. I think that's a big thing, especially for being a back, right? When you're having to scan the entire field and know what motions are happening and who's in what coverage. But I'm very excited and learning that you're playing down in Mexican. The Mexican Football League that you're playing, and like that was super exciting to go in and look up those stats too. So I loved your interview with MTMV Sports. Very great friends of the show. We're part of the same network, and absolutely loved that. People come up to you asking for your personal items. You're like, man, I don't have a ton of these things to give out, so I'm gonna bring candy from on. That's hilarious,
bro. And it's amazing, bro. It's a great feeling. It's so intoxicating. You have no idea. It's so intoxicating, dude. Like, the only reason why I wouldn't be able to just go back to a scenario like that is because it's like, okay, well, you want your family to be able to enjoy this as well. And it's really, with my situation, I've been trying to get my wife out there, but she's really rooted here in the U.S., so it's like really hard to get her, with her job and everything that's going on.
Right.
So it's really hard to get her to go over there as well. So, of course, I'll have her doing her part here. So I'll go there, I'll take the pictures and all that cool stuff, and I'll send it back here for her to go ahead and post it onto the social media and all that cool stuff like that. So that way she's not left out. She's not left out.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You got to keep it with the family, right? I mean, if family's not behind you, it's not your foundation, just going to crack, right? That's what it's all about.
Like I said, I've been the player, man. I've been the player that's been away from his family, that it's the scenario hasn't been ideal. Like,
Yeah, my mom like that. Always
yep.
Make sure that you stay focused and not let all the negativity get to you. Like you said with your wife, you gotta love them, but you gotta separate.
You gotta keep them at a distance, bro. Because the thing is, and it's the truth, see. Because the thing is, bro, is say I was to go and play football, right? Say, like right now, I have a contract with the West Texas Warbirds. I go do that, right? So say if I don't take care of everything here before I leave, being real, bro, like we all men on this chat, all hell is gonna break loose.
That's right.
I'm gonna get there, bro. Things are not gonna be, we gotta pay this, or we gotta pay that, or the baby needs this, or the junior needs that, or because we got 2 kids. We have a 2-month-old right now, and then we have a 4-year-old. So it's like, bro, so you got to make sure that you're on point. You got to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples, bro. It has to be a ideal situation. It has to. Money has to be 3 things have to be guarantees. Your meals have to be taken care of, because you shouldn't have to be paying for that. You shouldn't be having to pay for that at all, and you're playing for someone. Your housing should be taken care of, because you shouldn't have to be paying for that, because you're playing for someone. And then also the consistent money flow. You should not have a lack in your money flow when you leave. It should transition over. Just being honest, bro. I understand chasing the dream, but you got to be real. You got to be it's a reality here too.
Congrats on the 2 kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
See.
Actually, speaking about kids, today is actually gotcha day for me. So I adopted my daughter, and today is the day where the judge said officially a year ago, like, hey, she's yours. So we call that gotcha day. So today's gotcha day. So shout out to my daughter Lily. Very excited to celebrate today all day with her. Gotcha
Congratulations,
day. So,
congratulations.
Good transition. I want to pick the brain of Zim a little bit before I go back to him, right? So let's see. And this is for everybody. I want everybody to kind of give us your thoughts on this, but specifically Zim first. Who's the most iconic player, let's supposed to say player, in football in the NFL today?
In today's game? Are we talking about
today's game right now? No, right now. Today's game. Who's playing right now? Who's the most iconic football player in your opinion?
Are we comparing? We're just saying, period, offense and defense. Who's the number 1?
That's it. And then I'm going to go to your position. I want you to tell me who you think the most iconic defensive back is right now in the game.
Okay, so overall, the best player, the number 1 most iconic player in the NFL right now, it's got to be hands down, bro. It's Tom Brady.
Okay. I was worried you weren't going to say Tom Brady, but I thought maybe there was like a defensive back bias. You're like,
we're being real. This is a guy that has his own parking spot outside the daggone stadium. Like, come on, bro.
But imagine if he's still retired, though. Who would it be?
Bro, okay. If he retired,
Peanut. Come on now.
He said, "Come on, Baker."
Oh,
He's a
come
Baker.
Baker Mayfield. Come on now.
Mine
Okay, so if he was to retire, if Tom was to go ahead and retire,
again.
the best
Again.
active player right now, bro.
Can I say mine real quick?
Go ahead.
Aaron Donald. He's such a beast.
Okay, that's a solid one. I think
He's
that's a solid
such a
one.
he
That
is
is solid, but I would say that that is solid.
because
solid,
I mean
yeah.
he could retire in 2 years and he's been in the league for what, less than 10?
Okay, well we'll
And-
say Larry Fitzgerald.
Who is that? Who is that?
Who?
Who's that?
We'll say Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay, yep, that's
No, but
solid too.
But he's retired though.
Is he retired?
He's retired.
For sure.
Okay, is it finalized, bro? What do we? Okay,
I don't know. He doesn't like to talk to the media.
Can I get my answer?
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'll say Tyreek Hill because it's like he gave the little guys a shot now because nobody was really looking at little receivers like that, but they was looking at little running backs. Now everybody wants a quick wide receiver.
Okay, so if we're gonna play that card, then I have to go to the defense. I gotta go to the defensive side of the ball, and I gotta say one of two guys, bro. And it's gonna be because they can play more than one position in the secondary, like myself. It's either gonna be Jalen Ramsey or Tyrann Mathieu.
Oof, Jalen Ramsey hits home. Yeah.
Tyrann Mathieu, another short dude.
Because they can both play outside corner, over the top safety, and they can play nickelback. I give it to them both.
And with the Honey Badger, I gotta say this: still a free agent. Still a free agent.
Hey, my man needs a home, bro. Hit him up.
I know he came to Dallas, but still a free agent. I don't want to spread any rumors.
Isn't Pat P still over in Minnesota?
Yep.
Go ahead and put him in. Go ahead and sign Tyrann Mathieu to Minnesota and put him back with Pat P.
A little bit of reunion over there.
He
He'll
won't
never
go
do
there.
it.
Put him over there, bro.
He wants money. He wants money.
Purple people leaders, bro. Go ahead.
You know who has the money though? Seattle.
Yeah, because they're giving up Russ. That's why they got the money.
Oh, here, Coach has another one there for you guys. Miles Garrett, iconic
player. Browns.
Coach, you're killing me. That's obviously a Browns fan. TJ's loving it right there.
Miles Garrett, bro.
Okay, at this point, why haven't we
Miles
said
Garrett
Kareem
ain't won
Hunt,
no major
Nick
awards
Chubb?
yet.
Yeah.
Definitely Jarvis Landry. I'm just kidding. That's
Dominant People Jones, if we want to go, you know.
We're gonna keep going.
Keep it.
Didn't you guys let go of Austin Hooper? He would have been the pick, but yeah, he's gone.
The tight end.
Yeah, he's gone though. Okay, so at your position, though, I'll let you do this last little 30-second bit here, Zim. At your position, most iconic in football right now, your opinion.
Damn it. Once again, bro, it's still damn. It's gonna have to be Jalen Ramsey right now, bro. Because there's not a lot of people. It's not Richard Sherman. He's a one-style corner. Sorry, Richard. It's not what's his name? They play with Baltimore.
Marcus
Pierce. Not him. And it's not Lattimore either, because Lattimore, he hasn't been what he needed to be for the past 2-3 years. I would say and I have to say this, bro. Even though he caught 11 interceptions,
I was waiting for it.
I mean, bro,
I was there with you. I would have stood the battleground with you.
I mean, but it's hard on that one, bro, because I'm a DB. Okay,
I know.
So that's why, and it's like, okay, I'm seeing how you caught your interceptions, bro. Don't get me wrong, you made plays, but there were some plays, bro, where
there's some coverages for sure.
Yeah.
We got another one from Coach Peanut, Denzel Ward. Get out of here, dude.
Here's the one thing I say about Denzel Ward. I feel like he should have stayed another year in college. He's good now, but I feel like another year would have done him some justice.
He is solid. He is solid. Though. Okay, so I'm gonna move on here for you, Zim, because I'm gonna put you back on the hot seat. Then we're gonna go have some fun with the rest of these topics. We can all chime in. I didn't hear people really pick on, your struggles, right? Because obviously it's not been an easy road. You played at Texas College, which huge fan, right? The Steers, and you've traveled around. You've been a journeyman. You're here entering this point. You're at what would some consider the peak part of your career, right? Where you're playing top-notch level football. So where do you feel your biggest struggle has been on and off the field? And I really want. I didn't want to get too deep, right? I don't want you crying on set, but I really wanted to hear your thoughts on where was that biggest struggle for me, for maybe some players who may watch this on YouTube, a year or two from now, that's going through the same journey.
Okay, well, being honest, guys, if y'all are asking me this question, and I need to answer it honestly, out on the field, not being a student of the game early in my career, not taking the lessons that I learned in college, in high school, and applying it to my professional career. But that's on the field. Off the field, I need y'all to listen to me, bro. Off the field, my biggest struggle has been trusting other people, trusting another man's word. You never do that. You always do what you feel like you need to do to lock in whatever it is that you need, whatever the situation is, you need to lock that in yourself. Don't sit up here and say, okay, well, he told me this, he told me that, I'm just going to keep my head down and keep doing this, keep doing that. No, you need to put yourself in positions to make things happen. Like market yourself, promote yourself, make yourself a brand. That way it's almost damn near impossible for them to tell you no. And then whenever you build a fan base around yourself, with Arena, we all know, hey, you build a fan base, teams keep you. Like, it's hard to get rid of somebody that has a fan base around them because that's what the fans want. So, and we know this now, that's what all these leagues are heading towards. All these leagues are heading towards, we want guys that have fan bases, that have, they're either a staple in their community or they just have a surrounding, a following around them that, people just want to be associated with them, So, I mean, just look at it like this. You got leagues like the Fan Control Football League now. No knock to it. I got 2 or 3 buddies that play in that league, but that's just saying, like, literally, that's where we're heading now. It's fan control. It's a football world that's ran by the fans now. It's not necessarily talent all the time. It's just ran by the fans. So
one of the coolest aspects, and I really like the fan control thing. I think you're right. That's a future, is that there's going to be more interaction between those in the stands and those on the field. I really think there was an idea that was put out there for shout out to BCMG. They supported me on this 2 years ago. That FanDuel DraftKings had put out their contest, like what would be a great iconic game. And one of the games I had pushed forward was having fans determine what next plays were and getting points on, gamifying it and building your rankings like that for like who's the best coach out there that would be doing things in real time situation. I actually made the top 10 in the nation. We are actually invited to an analytics conference and everything. Yeah, we made the top. They ended up going with something that was completely different, that was easier for them to invest into. Didn't stop them from taking the idea, right? That was part of the contest. So who knows if that comes up. I won't get royalties because I was part of that contest, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, bro,
it's just the way it happens to us, guys.
We had an idea that we saw in this contest.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be keeping tabs. I'll never forget in college. I'll never forget in college, I came up with a player tracking system. I was in another contest, and it was about putting chips inside the cleats and then tracking your stats, how far you're running. Sure enough, this was back in 2009. Sure enough, 2012, 13, Nike's rolling out those cleats with the chips in them that track your distance. So you know what? It's just I blame Apple at this point. They're just listening to all of my ideas and sending it out to everybody, and they're ruining it for me. Anyways, let me get off my soapbox. But I appreciate you being honest and real like that. I think there was a comment from Coach that said, "You make it happen. Don't depend on others to do it for you." That hits home. That's right there. Like,
that's exactly what I realized. Trust me. When I realized that, I said, I got you. No worries. Trust me. When I realized it was all on me to get it done, no worries. When I realized, okay, bro, just because you came, because my situation was, okay, Zim, you came out of a small school, you went to a pro day, you got an NFL and a CFL certified agent, you don't know what you're doing, like you're just kind of going through the motions, really. Like, honestly, bro, thinking, all right, man, I'm in this draft, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. In all reality, I wasn't in the draft. I didn't sign a draft contract back in so I'm just sitting there, bro, and it's like, bro, all this stuff you think that you're going through, you have to be walked through. When guys are in Division I schools, there's a whole process that they're walked through after the end of the season of their senior year. You're walked through how to sign an agent, pick an agency, what for training facility, and that's all worked out through your agency. Like, bro, there's so much that you don't know when you go to a small school that you have to get figured out on your own, that it's almost damn near impossible to get done. if you don't have somebody in your circle, if you don't know where to look. You got to have somebody. And if you don't, you just lost. You're just going through the ranks thinking that you know what's going on.
All right, I have one last fun question for you, Zim, and then we're going to go to general NFL headlines, and we're all going to dissect and debate each other. So here it is, right? You've met so many football players. You've seen them all coming out. You've traveled internationally now and played. Have you met a better state of building football players than Texas? I claim to everybody Texas is the best at creating and manifesting football players. Do you disagree? And if you do, which state have you found that players are more ready than Texas?
I don't know, man. I'll be honest. I mean, this is not even being biased. This is being realistic, bro. This is what a headline says this. This isn't Zim Williams saying. You can go look it up. So they said, whenever you play, and this is just high school. You ready for this? Whenever you play Texas State high school football, that is the closest thing to Division I football that you can get. Now, you tell me, if that's the high school level, what else do you think we can do within our city, within our communities? We breed football, bro. Like, that's what we do. Like, they already said, if you can get your name built in DFW, Texas alone, then you can go to any other state, bro, and you're good.
There you go. That's breaking news right there on ITL. Texas is the best at building football players. Eric's laughing, and TJ can't say anything but agree. And I completely understand that, right? I completely understand that. Myles Garrett, A&M product. I mean, it just makes sense at this point.
Bro, we can go. There's a list. We won't get on that list because there's other states that got guys. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Ohio.
We won't talk Baker Mayfield.
Like Mississippi, bro, Mississippi, they got some guys. They got a couple of guys.
The big okay, so I think somebody said Ohio right now, right? Ohio has been one. That's okay. Perfect.
Ohio got a lot of guys.
Surprise! Right? Ohio is one.
West Coast.
Louisiana, California, Florida, all claim
Florida.
states. Yeah, Alabama,
we know about
Mississippi.
the Alabamas, the Floridas, the Texas. Yeah, we know about the Alabama, Florida, Texas. Yeah,
and sure, there might be some bias on this show. There might be some bias because we're on. Coach Tina says, "Did I hear
one
Myles
state
Garrett?
that I never heard anybody say." There's one state that I didn't hear anybody say at all, bro. But I know
Georgia.
why.
Alaska.
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, New York.
New York.
I was gonna say
New York's a good one. And for a state that doesn't really,
they're not a football state, but they put out a lot of products. So that there's they have a lot of guys. So they're one of the biggest states in the world. Bro.
Zim, I really appreciate you coming on here and diving into an interview. And it wasn't too into the heart part, right? But I definitely want to hear those takes on the NFL right now. And thank you so much for digging in deep and having some fun with us so far on this show. TJ's ready. TJ's ready to talk headlines. We're going to go right into Tyreek Hill news. Before we do that, though, guys, I definitely want you guys to take a look. If you're interested in being a sports scientist, doesn't take much. All you got to do is DM me at Into the Lab Pod or come to our website, www.bluecollarmg.com, and sign up. But in case you didn't know what that entails, let's roll this clip and then go right into NFL headlines.
Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday.
I'm your host, Andrew Kahn. This is the Boomtown Pod.
Add Into the Lab Pod is where you're watching today's stream.
Stuck him!
It is Blue Collar Game Day. I am your host.
I got a kill!
Welcome to episode 277 of the Official Butthole Podcast. Got it.
Beautiful.
Better together.
Better together.
We're better together.
Better together.
Better together.
That's right. Better together. The 2022 slogan for BCMG. Come join the group. Come join the family. And guys, we're about to get heated as we're starting not with Tyreek Hill. Well, you know what? Let's go Tyreek Hill first. That's right. Cheetah is going to the waters of Miami. He says, I'm going back home. Tyreek Hill's making his way back to the Dolphins. I'm going to start with TJ on this one. TJ seemed to be all about Tyreek Hill. That's his iconic player. So TJ.
No, my favorite player ever is Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so all time, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, of
yeah.
course. But are you a fan of Tyreek heading to Miami? It seems like Miami's loading up for a run here. Are you a fan of it?
The top 3 receivers that Miami got that I've seen, I think the slowest one is like a 4.37. Tyreek with the fastest with 4.29. And Miami traded 5 draft picks. Every year is like a first or second pick. And I think they traded 3 for 2022. So they expect Tyreek to come in just 1,000-yard receiver, 15, 20 touchdown. He got a lot of expectations for him.
Miami still has a first this year and next year, which is crazy that they gave up first and still are going to have first, right? Even with Tyreek coming. But okay, so you're mentioning times, right? You got Tyreek Hill, Cedric Wilson, Devontae Parker for now, Mike Gesicki. You've got a backfield in Edmonds, and is Gaskin still there? Probably. I want to make sure.
And they
Anyways,
signed Edmonds.
They're loaded right now with weapons around Tua. Are we sold on Tua? And do you like the fit, Zim? How are you feeling about the fit there with Tua and all these weapons?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, the weapons are amazing, bro. But it's just you have to be able to rely on your quarterback a little bit. That's all.
Waddle. Neil was forgetting somebody. Waddle.
Yeah. Those are great weapons, bro. But it's just the quarterback. I don't even know if the quarterback is the problem, bro. It may be the front 7. It may be the front 5. You know, the front 5 that they have the problem on. But it's just we got to see. I guess it's more consistency, bro. Because weapons don't mean anything, bro. It's more of a consistency thing. You see, once again, bro, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, bro. We had all the weapons in the league. Cowboys had all the weapons in the league, bro. We're giving up weapons, bro. We're giving them up. We're giving up Amari. We're giving up Sid. Come on, bro. We're giving up weapons. So it doesn't matter.
I'm excited to talk Cowboys for sure in just a moment. Luke Hardo, one of our other sports scientists commenting on here, couldn't make it in today, but he says Armstead signing was huge for the line. Yeah. That is a big signing for them, right? You got to protect the QB. I'm not sold on Tua, so who knows?
That's the question mark, bro.
Give it this year.
Thanks for Amari.
Yeah, thanks for Amari again from Coach. I'm not sold on Tua. Now, Eric, you I don't think you like this trade. I get the vibes. You're not a big fan of it.
I'm not, and it's just they gave up too much, but they're gonna get something back. I think Parker's gone by the end of the week, if not early next week. There's no way he's gonna be. There's gonna be no way he's gonna be a number 3 receiver, especially with Gesicki being there. He's not gonna get any more touches. So,
but who does he go to?
There's 2 teams. Green Bay is for sure, and then I think Dallas. I think Dallas needs a wide receiver.
Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about that in just a moment.
No. Here's the thing. He's right, bro. But here's the thing. Listen to me. Please hear me out. I've already said how it's about to go for Dallas. I've already said it. I've already said that and it's in writing, bro. And you can go back to the last podcast. As a matter of fact, I said it there, bro. And they did it the next day. The Cowboys are gonna get rid of Amari and get a 5th or a 6th rounder. They're not getting anything else. They're gonna get somebody that's young, hungry, that they don't have to pay that much. That's what they're finna do.
See, I'm gonna take what you just said right there, and I'm gonna agree with it. But I'm gonna say he's already on the roster. But I'm gonna tell you who that is in just a moment. Before we do that, I like what Luke is saying that pick package was for Deshaun. I almost agree with that completely, and that didn't work out. So they moved to another stud, and they go to Tyreek. But let's move on. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson, since that's a good segue there. Deshaun Watson going to Cleveland. I'm going to start with TJ again, because TJ, this is TJ's team here, and Coach is definitely going to weigh in. We obviously know that. But Watson still hasn't had that final civil suitcase done yet, right? He gets all this guaranteed money. Cleveland was very sneaky with this, but I love it. Only $1 million next year. So if he doesn't play, that's all you lose is $1 million. That's a tremendous offer for Watson. But TJ, I need to know from the fan view over there, are you excited about Deshaun, or are you worried about the perception that comes with Deshaun?
Well, I've been seeing what Brad Ward and Jeff, they do Browns Wire. I've been seeing what they've been saying. Everybody in Cleveland says it's a good trade. It's good, but it's like Deshaun ain't played in like a season and a half. So it's like, is he gonna come back with the same energy like he had in Texas? That's what we worry about. But he got Amari. He still got Chubb and Hunt. I don't know if Landry coming back, but if Landry do come back, he's still good. We gonna see what he can do. Let's say
you guys
that.
got Peoples Jones, who's actually an up and comer.
Yeah,
Landry is solid, bro.
y'all said bring back Landry.
Listen,
I said bring back.
I'm gonna call you guys the Cleveland Cowboys. This is ridiculous. I got
No,
MVP
Landry-
chance and Super Bowl
hey,
in the
listen,
comments.
bro. One thing I'm not gonna do. Hey, listen, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I am also I'm a player's player, bro. When it's a player that I know got skill, I'm gonna ride for him. That's why I say, bro, people gotta stop trying to play my boy Jarvis Landry, bro.
I'm not playing Jarvis. I said Jarvis good.
He the truth. He the truth, bro. Stop playing my boy Jarvis. Pay the
He
man.
just needs a quarterback. He needs a quarterback.
Yes,
okay, so
bro.
I'm gonna say this. If
saw him in
Landry,
Miami.
Landry was great in Miami. Landry made his name in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Bro.
Parker may want out of Miami. Parker may want a fresh start.
Don't say it.
Maybe there's a swap. Landry's fast.
No.
They seem to like fast there in Miami, right?
That would not.
seems-
You talking about that swap? Oh no, that
it wouldn't work.
So
it won't work for
Deshaun,
Jarvis. It works for Jarvis, but it doesn't work
money wise. But he'll get less than 50 catches with that.
Yeah, bro. Jarvis would be in a bad spot.
It's gonna be another OBJ. You know, hey, I'm gone. I'm gonna go sign with the team.
But here's the thing, though.
Jarvis is another free agent not signed.
Yeah,
OBJ.
Jarvis is a role player, bro. He doesn't have to be the head honcho. He doesn't care about that. Like he's not he doesn't care about all that. He's not like his boy Odell. Odell doesn't want to.
I'll take a Terrell Owens tenure from OBJ any day in Dallas. You can come listen to me, OBJ, anytime. Okay.
Hold on, I got one more question. What team? What team? Y'all think go pick up Baker?
So that's a good comment. I had that listed, but then I went Robert Woods. We could talk about it though. So right, where does Baker go? Right, because obviously he wants to be traded. I think it all depends on if Watson's going to be suspended 4 games or be suspended a season. Then you're going to ride Baker for a season, right? And you're going to say, okay, we'll get you somewhere next off season. So this may be all for naught. But if Watson gets 4 games, right? If the civil suits go away or nothing comes out from it, where does Baker go? There's some options, right? There's Seattle. There's Houston. There's definitely Tampa.
I have an opinion here.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think he's going to do the same thing as Marcus Mariota did. Be a second string somewhere. He might go to Denver, be behind Russ, stay there for a year or 2, and just wait it out. He needs to step back a little bit. He's not QB1. He's not QB1, and he would fail miserably in Texas.
I agree with you. Here's the thing, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate. This is what I say. I agree with you in saying that he plays backup somewhere, right? But here's the kicker, bro. I think he stays right there in Cleveland and takes a backseat to Deshaun Watson for 1 year and then gets out of there. Why leave when you already embedded in the community, bro? You're doing commercials. You got all this stuff going on, bro. Like, why leave when you already got this going on? Keep it for another and get out of there.
Oof.
Nope. Nobody.
I don't think Baker will ever take a backseat. I don't think he'll take a backseat. I think wherever he goes, he's starting.
Bro, Baker doesn't have a choice right now. There's not really many quarterbacks you can go take a spot from, Baker. Let's be honest.
Like he could go to New York and be the starter in New York.
I think Danny Dimes would be better.
Ugh, Danny Two Nickels? No way.
You said Danny Two Nickels?
Let's go to the comments. We have some interesting stuff. Antonio Brown tweeted he wants to go to. Okay, stop. All right, you can laugh, but the dark horse is the 49ers. They don't want Jimmy, and Trey ain't ready. I don't know. I think they're kind of sold on Trey.
I think Trey is ready, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think Trey's ready. Not in that division.
No,
I say we go through OTAs and everything and see how everything plays out, bro. But I think he's gonna be ready.
A 5-win team right there.
Baker's ego will never let that happen. I completely agree, Coach. I'm with you. I don't think. I don't know. I just don't see Baker taking the back seat. I know maybe that seems like the only thing he should be doing, but I don't know. It doesn't sound right. So Julio gets lost. Matty Ice goes to Indianapolis. Rumors Julio may be signing in Indy, but we're going to go over that next week in case that comes to fruition. Let's talk Robert Woods. Robert Woods, in a surprise trade at the time, gets traded to Tennessee, and then moments later, Allen Robinson is signed in Los Angeles. So a reason for getting rid of it, definitely contract related for Robert Woods. That's the reason he's gone. But guys, Tennessee was a 1 seed last year, similar to the Cowboys. Very unfortunately, lost their first game in the playoffs. Do we see Robert Woods impact to Tennessee, keeping them at that same level, or do we feel they kind of drop off with the other roster departures? And Eric, I'll start with you on this one.
I think that's a great pickup for Tennessee, if I'm being honest. He's fast. He has hands. I mean, don't get me wrong. And when Henry went out, they didn't have nobody. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Brown was hurt. I mean, who do they have? So I think this is a great pickup. But on the Rams, I think that hurts a lot. I mean, Robinson isn't good. He's wide receiver 2 material. I mean, I haven't seen anything from him in the past 2 years. I mean, that's going to hurt. I mean, yeah, you have a quarterback finally, right? You have a quarterback, but I'm really curious to see how he's going to do there.
Yeah, I mean, you say they didn't have anybody. They had Texas legend Deontay Foreman back there, so watch yourself. But let's go over to TJ. TJ, how do you feel about the Robert Woods trade?
I think Robert Woods only gonna do good if Derrick Henry get injured, because the Titans is like a run team. All they do is run. Okay, they like a run, play action, short pass, run. So you said what? So it depends. It depends on how Derrick Henry go. Like if he go, is Derrick Henry gonna get injured, or they just gonna become a play action team? That's what I'm saying. That's what I think.
Yeah, I completely understand that. Zim, from your professional opinion, does Robert Woods fit like a glove, or is this a home run shot from Tennessee?
I mean, in all reality, bro, like you're bringing in another receiver that can stretch the field, so that way you get more of a run pass balance. So that's really what you're trying to set up, bro. So they're trying to set it up to where, like, basically, to be honest, they're setting it up to what y'all are saying. They're trying to set it up so that Henry can be successful. Like, they're trying to balance it back out. It's all leaning on him right now. So they're trying to balance it out, bro. They're trying to open him up a little bit more. So that's why they are bringing in a field stretcher like Robert Woods, bro. Like, I mean, he's not a possession guy. He's hey, bro, I need you to run this 9 route really quick. I need you to run this post route. I need you to run this deep 15-yard corner. Take that safety with you. Take that line, go across the middle, take that linebacker with you, because you got to respect his speed, bro. You got to respect his physical attributes and his talent. Yep. So that's a good piece of a puzzle that they're bringing in. But Derrick Henry may not see it that way. Honestly, he may see it as, okay, well, this is me losing carries. Yeah, your carries may go down. Your carries are going to go down, but the yardage per carries are going to go up.
Right.
And that's what's going to matter.
Fellow sports scientist Luke Hardo says they are teetering now on an aging team and trying to still be competitive. It's them and Indy. Yeah, that's true for an AFC South that really doesn't have anybody else fighting.
And they're both run-based teams. They're both run-based teams. Indy as well.
From a fantasy perspective, both Woods and Henry, this is what happens for me. It goes down just slightly, right? It goes down just slightly. It doesn't help both of them that they're there. But if one's out, stock rises, right?
Stock rises up. Because you got to lean on. You can have both, and you can balance it out with both. But when one's not there, you have to lean on the other.
Because fellow Texas A&M product Ryan Tannehill is the quarterback. We'll just get off that debate. But
we're not going there. We're embedded in the NFL all over, bro. It's okay.
Not to mention the Austin area product. Matthew Stafford won a championship. Anyways, we'll just keep going. Let's talk Dallas Cowboys before we hit our next segment with basketball. Dallas Cowboys. Is Dallas better or worse after their offseason acquisitions? Shout out to in-studio producer Rachel Gonzalez for the water because she heard me coughing. I appreciate that, Rich. So is Dallas better or worse? I have my debates on this, and I have my opinion. I'm going to go last, of course. I'm going to start with you, Zim. We got heated on this topic, okay? And the name I wanted to bring up before I go to you is James Washington. All right, James Washington, signed by Dallas, young receiver. He fits the slot. He's got that hunger. He was featured a lot in Pittsburgh when there were injuries. He did well, and now he's going to a Dallas system that loves the slot, and he's fast. I think that they already got their guy, and he was cheaper than probably what Amari and CD would have been together as a package. So, that's my argument point as to why I'm not really worried about the receiver core, but we should always be marketing for more talent, right? So making my pitches to OBJ and everybody come over here and Tony Brown. You guys should all come. We'll all find you a spot. Anyways, but Zim, going to you. I'll stop talking. Is Dallas better or worse?
I'd say that honestly, bro, with the moves that we've made this offseason, I say that we haven't teetered towards good nor worse. I'd say we balance ourselves back out to where we need to be. We are still going to be a very high regular season team, and then we're going to be a team where you're going to have to watch out for us in the offseason, in the postseason. So I feel like we're going to be once again, 12-5 team, depending on how our schedule lays out, depending on who we play when we play them, because you know how we are. Just playing devil's advocate, just being honest. Depending on who we're playing on Thanksgiving, we might have some problems. But it's just bro, I don't think we beat the Lions on Thanksgiving ever, have we? I think we have, bro. Exactly. So
I updated the headline for you. That way you can understand your position on this. But anyways, that's for it to be not. Eric, you had a difference of opinion too. You said the Cowboys have gotten worse, in your opinion. You said they're the bottom feeders of the league. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm just kidding. Tell us why do you feel the Cowboys have gotten worse?
I mean, straight to Zim's point. I mean, I felt like you guys made changes, but I don't think it's nothing significant enough that it'll get you guys past the first round. No disrespect, I see the Cowboys being 10-7. I don't see them being 12-5. You guys need Elliott to be back where he was before. Elliott isn't there. I think this is Elliott's last year. Get him out of there. I think he's just straight negativity, if I'm being honest, and get another running back. He's not producing anything for you guys. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen. You know, you're right, Ernest. Hey, OPJ, we come through. You know, hey, everyone.
Honey Badger.
Parker.
No,
exactly.
Honey Badger. Yeah.
You know, I agree with that.
Listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would rather pick up another defensive piece than get another. We can lean on our tight ends, Jarwin and Schultz, bro. We can lean on them more. Like, bro,
but once they figure out the system, you know, I mean, it's gonna be hard.
TJ, you got no skin in the game, but I'm gonna ask you anyways, right?
Dallas. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you. So has Dallas gotten better or worse? And I'm gonna go over my piece.
I think Dallas is going to rely heavy on their defense because I see in the offseason y'all saw a lot of your defensive players back. Offensive wise, I think y'all just need to become a pass team. I think y'all still focus on the Zeke, like what's your name? Dude up top.
Eric.
Yeah, Eric. Like Eric said, I think y'all need to quit worrying about pacifying Zeke and just start throwing it. Like y'all just need to start throwing the ball. But y'all Dallas is gonna rely heavily on their defense.
That's why I was really hoping that we would lose our offensive coordinator, but we're not going to get into that debate too much.
Pick your head coach.
I was hoping somebody would be dumb enough to take him.
But the head coach, the offensive coordinator, none of that matters, bro. Y'all gonna shoot me. Y'all gonna shoot me for saying this. But get rid of the goddamn GM. Shit.
Yeah, they got to sell the team for that. Here's my only.
Has 3 hats. Get rid of him, bro. He's doing too much,
I think the offensive line has taken a hit for Dallas. I think that's the only thing that's gotten worse. Once they sign Dicker the kicker from Texas in draft Dicker the kicker from UT. If you don't know who that is, go look him up. He's clutch. He's a Longhorn. He'll be the kicker for the Dallas Cowboys. Promise. He's like the next Justin Tucker. Anyways,
he's really good.
Yeah, he is very good. Yeah. So once they sign him in Dallas, the special teams will be back. Brian Anger is back. I think Dallas is going to be just fine. Everybody's upset that Randy Gregory's lost. If you look up Dorrance Armstrong's numbers compared to Randy Gregory, they're exactly alike, and they're $15 million cheaper. Yes, please. So I would take that in a heartbeat. And he's younger by 5 years. So, again, all day. Stephen Jones emphasized that if he had a crystal ball, if you could tell the future, it would be that they would invest on their team and then look outside later. He did exactly that. He kept everything internal, brought in a couple pieces that were needed. He'll get the rest of the draft. The wide receiver class, we've talked about it quite a bit, is stacked this year for college football.
Mm-hmm.
So they're about 20 deep that could be starters in this league, in my opinion, in this draft. So if you're Dallas and you try to find one in the third or fourth, doesn't hurt, right, to trade up or to find one that fits the system. It doesn't hurt to have a fourth option there. But you have guys like James Washington, CD, and Gallup going to be returning. Gallup will be ready week 1. And then you have was it Noah Brown still on your bench. And so you have a lot of options for you. So for Dallas, for me, it's is Dak healthy? That's the big thing. Is that shoulder going to be 100%? That's the big thing for me. And Zeke Pollard looks great. So if Zeke ends up being a mid-year trade, then so be it. But if you need to ride Zeke, I'd be a little bit more worried about that if I'm the Dallas Cowboys than anything. But that's my take. And the strength of schedule is 31st in the league. They're going to be 12-5 or better. That's just
really.
Yeah, they're not going to be bad this year.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Somebody disagreed with me earlier because they said, "Oh, bro, you're paying Dak all this money. You want him to take a back seat." It's not taking a back seat. It's competing, bro. And I wish they would do this in the NFL so much, bro. But they don't allow guys to compete. I wish that they would make Dak Prescott compete for his spot weekly. Just because you pay a man that much money does not mean get comfortable. That means nothing. The only problem that I have with Dak, bro, we could be 13-4 instead of 12-5. But coming off the bye week, where you had an opportunity to get in the weight room, get on the field, get in the film room, and do what you needed to do, you didn't. And it showed when you came back out and you played. Because of how you played. It showed that you, please excuse me, you sat on your ass, bro. You didn't do nothing. You enjoyed your 2 weeks off. I get it. But $60 million. Come on.
Yep. That's what bothers me is I get that player perspective, right? Because for me, it's like, oh, yeah, there's supposed to be Rusty coming off the bye, right? Like, what are you talking about?
No.
You're like, no, you're not.
No,
you're watching the wrong football
bro.
team. Damn it. I should have
That's
been watching
not
the Patriots.
Professional. That's not professional at all. To come off of a bye week rusty, you had 2 weeks to prepare.
And I'd like everybody to tell me, when you look at the NFC and all the players that have left to the AFC, because Luke brings up a good point, and I'm glad he brought it back because I never would have come back to it. We all can agree it's the AFC or the NFC this year. Absolutely. I think the AFC is way more talented than the NFC this year. Can you name me 4 better teams than the Cowboys in the NFC right now?
Hang on.
All around football teams. Name me 4 better teams. And I'll give you 2. I will give you the Rams, and I will give you the 49ers. That's it.
If the Saints didn't have salary cap problems, I'll say the Saints.
With what quarterback?
Ian Book. I mean, come on. No.
I don't think Jamie's that bad. I think Jamie's be having.
I just think all around football team, the Saints defense isn't as good as the Cowboys. So I take Dak over Jameis. So I don't know any. And if you want to say the Cardinals, I may give you a shot with the Cardinals, but again, that's a puncher's chance.
I forgot about the
Cardinals. That's not a punter's chance, bro. That's actually. I'm gonna be real. I'm a Cowboys fan, and if I had to pick another team, bro, it would either it'd be them or it'd be them.
But you see, that's just 3. I need 1 more.
Yeah,
you can't
Green
name
Bay.
me another.
I don't
Green
know
Bay's not better. Green Bay's not better.
No, Green Bay's better.
Green Bay is only better. Here's the thing.
Well,
Green Bay is only better. Green Bay is not better on paper. Green Bay is better situationally.
Yeah,
like they're more clip.
I agree. Green Bay is better.
And personally, Green Bay, San Francisco are not as good as the Cowboys. Personally, I don't believe that.
When you put talent against talent, apples against apples, yeah, they're not. Because talent, but when you put team against team, general against general, yeah, you got to be real.
We haven't even talked Tampa yet. But Tampa would be another one you could name. So Luke has Rams, Tampa, Dallas in that order for him. I'm similar. I have Dallas third best in the NFC with the Rams and Tampa ahead. But
really?
I didn't have anybody else. I have Green Bay as 5th.
Whoa. Well,
who do you have?
Let me ask a question real quick.
Technically, there's 6. I actually have all the teams ahead of them that we're talking about.
You remember earlier you were saying about Dak getting all that money and he need to compete for his spot. Well, do you think Aaron Rodgers need to, since he just signed $184 million deal?
Listen, bro. I say anybody that, bro, if you haven't been through it before, then you wouldn't know. Like anybody that is playing and has a starting job, bro, you need to be competing for your spot week in and week out. Or let me not say that. Let me say this. Coaches should shake things up and rattle the cages whenever they see that a quarterback is not on point or a player is not on point. You should make them compete for their spot, bro. Like, I don't care if you're a starter, if you're making $100 million, $60 million, I don't care what you're making, bro. At the end of the day, the organization is on the line and the face or the name of the organization is on the line, bro. And the only thing that controls that is what we talked about, and that's the fans. So you go out there, it's just like getting on Yelp, bro. You go out there, bro. You already know you get on Yelp, you hit up a restaurant, you don't like their service, you put a bad review, you're gonna automatically kill their business, bro. It's just like that. You put a bad product out on the field, bro, you get talked about. And in the NFL, the world talks about you. This ain't like us just talking here right now with us for it. On a live, no.
So I do have a quick question. Who's your 5 best teams in the AFC?
AFC?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother segment. We're not going to jump into that, but I will say the AFC is stacked. There are 9 very good teams in the AFC now, and it is. I don't even know who's going to come out of the AFC East. Like that's such a big toss up for me because Miami, Buffalo, and New England are all very good, and the AFC West even more difficult to talk about. Has 7 teams, and I haven't even gone to the other two divisions yet. Like
and
that's
catch us next week.
Catch us next week. That's a good debate.
Do y'all feel, before we close it out, bro? Do y'all feel that this is a real question, guys? Don't laugh at me when I ask this. All right, you ready? Do y'all feel Colin Kaepernick will finally get his chance because he's working out again?
No.
Well, I wish he'd back up in Dallas to give Dak some competition.
I wish he'll come back. Hey, I wish he'll come back. I'm not gonna. You know where he'll fit perfectly, right? Like him going back to San Fran again, maybe competing
That's
there.
The only place I can see that man playing because of the style of play, bro. That's it. Like I don't see him playing nowhere else.
Too, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say Seattle as well.
He could play in in Tennessee. I can see that too.
And please, I pray no ill will to anybody, but if Davis Mills gets hurt, please come to Houston. Like I'd love to just see him pick up a team.
You know,
hey, it's not that deep.
Hey, I'm Team Millie. I mean, come on.
Davis Mills the future. That's the curse of Tyrod Taylor, right? Everybody who runs right after him ends up being a star in this league. So Davis Mills.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Before we go into our Pick 6 segment, which is March Madness related, I just got to tell you guys, you may not know this, but the BCMG Stream Team is up in force. We are officially 20 months into this thing. So let's roll their clip, and then we'll go right into some NCAA picks and then tell you guys good luck. All right, roll it.
And then you can access your Stream Deck with your mind. Dim our key lights, bro.
Connect to your Stream Deck via catheter.
Oh! Yo! Clip that! Clip that headshot!
On the ladder.
You got both of us.
One more down.
I got it.
Finish him.
Yo! No fucking way! Let's go! Yo, that guy in the heli, he was all the way across the map!
I think they've shut the door on these people.
Oh my god! That flick!
Tough battle.
Got him. Beautiful!
Another handful down.
That's it. Okay.
See?
Oh my! Did you just die? No, someone fucking walked into the room that I was in as I was about to walk out and scared the fuck. You yelled.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. The BCMG stream team, go check them out, twitch.tv as well as Facebook Gaming. Guys, we're in the last part of our segment. We're going right into round 2. The tournament challenge is on. We had 575 entries to our tournament challenge. Guys, thank you for showing out. Good luck to all of you. I know Reg, who used to be a streamer with us constantly every week, is in 9th place, and he's the most projected points, so we're excited for him. Hopefully he brings that back and runs the table. But of course, this is brought to you by BetUS, where you can use code BCMG and get 125% matched on your deposit. That's right, BetUS. Go check out BetUS and do your bets. That's where all of tonight's bets are. And if we look at an NBA scoreboard, the Nets have really screwed our parlay tonight. They did not win tonight, but the Rockets are hanging tough, and the Celtics pulled off for us. So we got a couple of straight bets that are going well. Let's do the tournament challenge. Guys, we had some upsets rounds 1 and 2. We have some crazy high seeds still in it, and our bracket's not doing too well. But let's talk about the first matchup of this weekend. And again, the Pick 6 challenge is just for Zim. We call it the Pick 6 because that's what we like to see him do is Pick 6. So let's do it. Our BCMG guarantee will go around. How it works is we're all going to pick a winner, right? You can give a quick analysis if you'd like. Doesn't even have to have any bias on it. Maybe you just like the school. And then if we all have the same pick, it's a BCMG guarantee. We do a parlay together and we give the winnings to our community. All right, here we go. Villanova versus Michigan. The number 11 Michigan, Juwan Howard, former Houston Rocket Juwan Howard. That's not what he's known for, but that's what he is. He is leading his Michigan squad against a very tough number 2 Villanova. The first game of this week. And Eric, who you got?
I got Villanova, money line.
Villanova, money line straight up there. Zim.
I'm going with Juwan Howard's Bad Boys back with his Michigan.
The run continues for Michigan with Zim. TJ.
That's I gotta go with him.
I'm not going to lie. I only watched a little bit of March Madness, but the little I have seen, I'm gonna go with Juwan Howard.
Oh, we got another Michigan pick.
Let's go, bro. He back where he played. Come on, man.
You know what?
Look, bro. It's written in the stars. It's written in the stars.
You guys are hyping me up.
I'm a Ohio State fan, but I'm gonna have to go with Michigan.
You guys are hyping me up. I'm Michigan all the way now. Let's go. Let's go. We're going Michigan here.
It's written in the stars, bro. The man is back where he played it. Come on, man.
Wow. You know what? Even though Eric picked against it, let's just do a BCMG guarantee. We're going Michigan this week. Money line. Michigan money line. Take it. Take it. That's right. Sound the alarm. BCMG guarantee. Steve's going to be rolling around not liking this segment. Let's take it to a great matchup. The blue versus red. The cop lights you don't want to see. It's right. Duke versus Tech. And what I think is going to be a phenomenal game. Might be the game of the tournament here. Zim, I'm starting with you. Do you like the Texas team to come out on top, or is this Coach K's final game, or is Duke going to continue riding?
I have to go with Duke, man, just because it's traditional. This is something that they do every year, bro. This is like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. This is just another game.
Good pick. Good pick. TJ.
I'm gonna have to go with Duke. Like, I don't know.
This is another game, bro, for them, bro. Like, they do this. Like,
Duke got a storyline going on throughout the tournament. Like Coach K last year, basically. Like,
and Texas Tech will be the Cinderella story, like cool. But I mean, hey, bro, you just gotta give homage to tradition.
In-studio producer Rachel is saying Texas Tech. You already know that. I know, Rach. I know. I want to. Matter of fact, I'll be rooting for them. I'm taking Duke to win this game. I'm picking Duke because I want to see the rematch of Duke Gonzaga. I'd like that to be Coach K's final game, and I like the Zags to win out and win finally, right? With Coach K leaving. Anyways, whole another thing I'd like to do a storyline on. But we have a BCMG heater. That's 3 picks for Duke. Eric.
Texas Tech.
Wow.
No. They barely won, but I have to go with Duke just because Duke came out victorious.
Sound the alarm. That's right. A BCMG guarantee. 2 in a row. Michigan.
Got 2 guarantees, bro. Let's go.
And Zim's on it. You see that light going. Everybody's waving that finger around. It's all about that. Let's move right over. Arizona, Houston, in a game where you don't have to guess who I'm going for. And this is going to be a really good game too. Arizona has a ton of talent, a ton of draft talent that we didn't really get into in today's show that we will next week. TJ, I'm going to start with you. Who you got in the Cougars matchup?
Like I said, I haven't paid much attention to it, but I hear a lot of buzz around Arizona, so I'm going to have to go with them.
Okay. Zona gets the first pick from TJ. Eric.
Zona. They have way too much talent, and they're the biggest team in the tourney. So
I agree. I love two very good players on Arizona for Houston if they are in the lottery. Zim.
Don't do it. Uh-oh. Don't count the West Coast team out. Come on.
Uh-oh.
I'm not, bro. I'm not counting the West Coast team.
Zim's doing it. He wants it. He's doing
Sound the alarm.
Here's the thing, bro. Okay, so I'm wanting to play devil's advocate, bro, because it's my Houston boys is right there sitting at number 5. But at the same time, I got to be realistic, bro, and I got to go ahead and just be honest and say that Arizona has a tradition for basketball, bro, so it's going to have to be Arizona over Houston, being honest.
That's 3 picks for Arizona. We got a heater brewing on this one. Is it going to be 4 in a row for the BCMG guarantee? Yeah. And it is! Arizona gets that sweep! A true sweep, Arizona. I will be rooting for Houston, right? I will be going for them, but I do think Arizona's too talented. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like that, yeah. Just being honest.
This is
big. Now, this is big for both organizations, but I think ultimately Arizona, it comes down to history now at this point. And visits to the big show, and Arizona has more. Like
they don't have Sean Miller anymore. That's the one doubt that you really have to take into consideration. This is their first time going in this deep in the run with their new coach.
Right. The other thing about playing Houston is you got to look at the 13-minute mark. So if there's 7 minutes left in the first half, any team that hasn't scored 25 points yet on Houston has never won a game against them. So
that's true. They're defense first team.
If Arizona is scoring at will, then Houston will struggle late in the game. If they're struggling in the beginning, it's a Houston-controlled game. Houston usually wins, though. So that's really the mark. So if you're live betting, which I suggest you do on this game, even though we're just not, we're going to bet it all together. Then if you're live betting, check out that 7-minute mark in the first half and make that bet. Let's move on to the Cinderella team and the team I absolutely hate in Purdue for taking out my Longhorns. That's right. Purdue versus St. Peter's. St. Peter's, that little brother school that you never thought would be here, never thought would be dancing, never even heard of, and you Googled and found out there's only 5,000 kids at their school. And so you're like, what are they doing here, right? So you have Purdue versus St. Peter's. I'm going to start off with this one. St. Peter's continues a Cinderella story and will be the Cinderella story team for this dance. I'm taking St. Peter's over Purdue out of spite. Eric.
I want to say yes, but I don't think this is the Cinderella team for this tourney. They'll make it this far in the lose. I got Purdue.
All right, we're split here. Zim.
Bro, I'll be honest. They already knocked off Kentucky. Like, yeah. Come on. Come on. St. Peter's over Purdue.
There you go. He's taking St. Peter's. TJ.
If they don't make it this far, I'm going to have to go with St. Peter's.
Whoa, we got 3 against 1. St. Peter's.
You got to rock with it, bro. You got to rock with it,
You got to ride with the Cinderella. I like to see them dance.
At least right now, bro, because you got to be honest. It's not like they're playing Arizona. You know, it's not like they're playing Duke. You know, now they just played. Yeah, but granted, okay, off nights happen. I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't see the closer you get to the big dance, too many more off nights happening, bro. Like, just being honest.
I'll do this just for y'all. I will take plus 12.5 St. Peter's though. For sure. I'll take 12.5 if you want to ring the bell.
We will do that. Plus 12.5 St. Peter's. Book that in your parlays. That's right. If you're keeping notes.
Book that. Plus 7.5
on St. Peter's. We're booking that. St. Peter's, 12.5 points. All right. That takes us to a natural 1-4 matchup that I kept in there because Kansas, for some, are the team to beat in this tournament. Kansas versus Providence, which is a fan favorite of the show's Providence. They love that on the ITL Tournament Challenge. So, Kansas versus Providence. I'll start this one off with me. Kansas is the Big 12 school that I think was going to represent the Big 12 conference the best, and I think that's the best the Big 12 has to offer. Providence was a team that I actually placed $20 on at plus 8,000 just to see if they make that run, and I'm a couple wins away, so that'd be nice. I am going to roll Kansas in this game. I think Kansas is overly talented. I think they're the most complete team in the tournament, and I like them to win the whole thing if Gonzaga gets knocked out. So they're my second favorite team in the tournament. I'm going to take Kansas to win this and in a spread because Providence wins close games. So if it's close, live bet, I take Providence with the points all day. Zim, how do you feel about this game?
This one, man, I'm taking Providence.
Oof. He's going to roll with the East Coast.
I got to take Providence, bro.
He's going Providence. Eric.
Yeah.
I'm going Providence as well. They're too hot right now. Kansas, hear me out. Kansas has the ASU transfer that played for ASU, that point guard. I can't remember right now his name, but he transferred from ASU to go to Kansas. He's doing fantastic. But the thing is, Providence is too hot. I mean, they're very good. They live and die with the three ball. But
once again, bro, like like I know, it comes down to once again, bro, how many times have you done this? Yeah. How many times have you gone to the big tourney? How many times have you gone to the Sweet 16, to the Elite 8, to the Final Four? If this is normal to you, bro, which for Providence, it's normal. Like
one of our sports scientists, Kenny, is Kavan, says Kansas sucks almost as bad as the AFC's 9th best team, New England.
Oh.
Wow. Get out of here, Kenny. TJ, who's your pick?
I ain't never seen neither one of these things, but I'm gonna have to go with Kansas.
There you go. We're split 2-2 there. I like that pick. That's a smart move.
Hear me out then. We could do this. I'll do Providence 7.5.
Okay, I'll take that. Providence 7.5. Ring it in. That's gonna add that to the parlay. Providence 7.5 is gonna hit those parlay tickets. Let's move on. Two very storied franchises: UCLA making their run, and UNC, which I think, with some parenthesis at the end there, UNC has probably put together the strongest run so far in the tournament. They have been looked very good. Let's start this one off, guys. Eric, you're gonna lead this charge.
I like UCLA. I think UCLA is going to take it over UNC. And UCLA is going to do really good. And I'm going to take UCLA money line.
UCLA money line. He's confident in that pick.
Yeah, very confident.
TJ.
I think UCLA be having a lot of hype around them, like every year. They like Golden State is right now. So I'm gonna have to go with UNC.
UNC goes the complete opposite.
That was weird, man.
I love it. I love it. Zim.
These are both two basketball powerhouses. This is something that we know.
Mm-hmm.
These are both powerhouses, bro. So you're asking my honest opinion. I'd have to flip a coin on this one, bro, because they're not number one seeds. So I mean, if UNC or UCLA was the number one seed, bro, then that'd be different. But I'll be honest, I'm taking UCLA.
There you go.
By 6.
Kenny says UCLA by 10 plus. I don't know if I believe that, Kenny, but stick around, Kenny. I have something for you. You stay on here right now if you're watching.
I take UCLA by 6.
Kenny, I like you.
I'm taking UCLA points. I don't know if they win, but just for Eric, I'm taking UCLA to win.
2.5?
Yes.
That's what they're at. Wow.
Yeah.
Bump it up to 3, and I'll make that guarantee. I'll be on next week, so once we see them win by 3, that's guaranteed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the 10.
I'll take UCLA minus 2.5 all day. I think UCLA wins this game. UNC's run comes to an end. I think the luck runs out. That takes us to our final game. And right before we get to our final game for this Pick 6, a huge thank you to everybody that stuck around that watched this. I have a bone to pick. This is actually pick number 7. And the reason I have this pick is because I wanted to call out Kenny specifically. Kenny was on this show last week for our bracket challenge and told me and all of ITL audiences, all 700 of you last week, that Iowa State was the worst team in this tournament. And we all believed you. And they are now dancing in the Sweet 16, Kenny. what do you have to say for yourself? And I hope you comment what you have to say for yourself because I batted for you on that last week. I know Iowa State is dancing. In what is probably the most unlikely scenario, we have Miami versus Iowa State as a bonus pick here, guys. This to me is my 50-50 toss-up. I don't like either of these teams, but we can talk this out. I'm going to go around backwards. So TJ, you're going to go first. I know you probably don't know anything about these teams, but let's start off there. Who do you have in this game?
I haven't seen much of Miami in the tournament in the past decade for real. But I've seen Iowa State there before, so I'm gonna have to go Iowa State.
He's gonna go Big 12 for this matchup. Iowa State to continue the Cinderella story. Zim.
Iowa State, bro. Miami is not a basketball school. They play football. Yeah, they produce defensive ball. They're not a basketball school, bro.
Iowa State gets 2 nods now. Eric.
This is my Cinderella team, Iowa State.
Wow.
Yeah,
all the way.
They'll hit the Final Four. They're going to play really good if they play exactly how they played against Wisconsin, because they're the one who ruined my play last weekend. Iowa State is a scary team, especially that young kid who scored like 25 points. It's a scary team.
Iowa State is the number 1 defensive team in college basketball. So that if defense wins championship, it's right there. I'm taking Iowa State to win this. This was the most unlikely BCMG guarantee, but I'm adding it to the parlay. That's right. Sound the alarm. We have one last BCMG guarantee. We're all about it. And Kenny did talk about himself. He said that they peaked in January, but apparently they have 2 peaks. They're peaking again here in March. I appreciate that, Kenny. That sounds like an apology, and he wanted to just chime in there. Miami isn't even a football school. Now that's kind of funny. All right. That's really funny. Guys, that is tonight's show. And might I say, this was extremely fun, and I hope you guys come back out on the show in the future because, Zim, you are fantastic. I'd love to have you on as a sports scientist forever. And TJ, you too, man. You definitely, you guys have chemistry and you could be on the show with us. But before I let you guys go and I give the sign off, TJ, why don't you tell people where they can find you and where they can find your content?
My name is TJ McKinley. I'm on Twitter. I pretty much just talk to a bunch of podcasters and other people. Shout out to John Vogel, Nick Price, and Brad Ward. Them been my 3 day ones and dealing with this. So, and thank you all for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, TJ, so much for being a part of this. And again, TJ, I'll join you into the or I'll jump you into the ITL chat, and then I'll introduce you to everybody. I think you'd be a phenomenal addition. So thank you so much for being on today. Zim, going over to you, man, the guy who plays, who tells us all the ways. Tell people where they can find you.
Hey, yo, man. So, hey, look, my name is Zimbalist Williams, bro. You can find me on Facebook at Zimbalist Williams, or you can find me on LinkedIn as Zimbalist Williams. Also, man, on Instagram and Twitter, man, you can find me at @yo_fresh. That's at @yo_fresh. A is spelled AYE. It's like you saying, "Hey, yo, fresh," and I'm like, "What's happening? What's up, bro?"
That's perfect. I absolutely love that. Hey, yo, fresh. That's right.
Yeah,
and that's a perfect Subway segue to. I'm just kidding. We're not. but that takes us over to Eric. Eric, my man, second ITL episode. How you feeling?
Feels great. It feels great. If you guys want to follow me, I'm barely producing some content now, guys. I'm new in the game. If you want to follow me, it's Eric Digital 94. I'll be posting out some picks over the weekend if you guys like to see who might win and who might not. And I give out some pretty good picks, I think. So feel free to follow, and I'll talk to you guys more.
If he does say so himself, he gives up pretty good picks. Zim, you got a plug?
Hey, also, guys, man, I want to just throw this out there really quick, guys. Y'all stay tuned, man. I got a lot of stuff going on. Hashtag West Texas Fresh, bro. WTX Fresh. That stands for West Texas Fresh. I'm finna go play with the West Texas Warbirds. We start camp on April 1st, bro. So time is coming in. It's really cramping up. And for a lot of people that don't know, we're in Odessa, Midland, which is, football country, to be honest, bro. That's football. You know about it, yeah. You know about it. That's football country, bro. So that's kind of like that's one of the hotbeds for Texas, which is one of the hotbeds for football. But we won't get into that, bro.
Go watch anything Friday Night Lights and go see what he's talking about.
Exactly. But y'all stay tuned, man. I'll be posting links. I'll be posting footage, just little small clips, man, throughout the whole campaign, just to keep you guys in tune as to what's going on, bro. I want to be able to take you guys through the back scenes of what's going on with arena football. You know, a lot of people, they want to know, hey, what is the lifestyle like, bro? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do when you're not practicing, when you're not, you know, in the weight room, or you're not doing this, you're not doing that? There's just a lot of things that people want to know, and I want to let you guys on, you know, the backstory. So I just want to, you know, keep you guys.
Zim, you know what, Zim? I'm gonna go make a game. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, man. I promise you. I will be.
Yeah, you let me know. I got you. I got you, bro.
I'm gonna be there.
I got you. Tickets out. Just let me know. But tickets will be there, bro. I got you. That's no big deal.
All in. I'm all in. I might even stream from there. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'll tell you what. Let me do the sign-offs. We'll talk after. But this is Into the Lab podcast, obviously powered by the mothership BCMG, Blue Collar Media Group. You saw all the commercials. Join us. Be a part of us. These guys. Hopefully, you see these guys more often on the show. Very excited to have Zim on. Very excited to have TJ on for the first time. Eric, of course, fantastic. We appreciate you guys. Remember, follow our bets. I'll be posting them tomorrow morning. You'll see those bets. It's pick 6/7. If you want to take that bonus pick, go put those parlay. Many people have hit. Wins you money. Go do it, right, guys? Good luck to everybody. Have fun. Watch sports for fun. Enjoy the money on the side as a perk. Don't risk it for the biscuit. Go ahead and have some fun with it, guys. Have a great weekend, y'all.